Hey everybody, Scott Spreitzer here with Robert Ferringo. We are DocSports.com. We're talking a little bit of NBA. It starts on Thursday, July 30th. We're here to discuss a couple of over-under wins totals in this shortened playoff seeding round. Before we get to that, real quick note, you can get yourself a free $60 account if you're not yet a member over at DocSports.com. You click on the link below the video, get yourself set up, and then you can use those free $60 on any of our daily packages. Robert, only 8 games to make the postseason for those on the edge, and you'll see wins totals ranging from 3 up to 6.5. I'll get to mine in a moment. What is jumping off the page at you and your handicap of the over-unders?
I think it's really funny. I don't know if that's the word. It's really unique that the books have even released win totals, season win totals, on these numbers. Like it's odd to see season win total numbers. I mean, obviously they're not for the full season, but it's just a unique bet that the books have put out there, and a really interesting one. Okay, and the thing that jumped off the page at me, looking at a lot of the books that have these, I don't love a lot of the bets because they're really chalky with where they've set their numbers. Because as you mentioned, you're going between 3 and 6. The books don't have a ton of wiggle room there. So with that in mind, the one that jumped off the board at me is the Washington Wizards under 3 wins. Now you got to lay 220 on this. And I know, why would you lay that much? I can't believe that they're even taking this bet, to be completely honest with you. I can't even believe they posted a number for this team. They have a 0.0% chance of winning 4 games looking at their schedule. They were only 24-40 during the regular season. And oh, by the way, they lost their 2 leading scorers and best players in Beal and Bertans for this bubble showing. These guys don't want to be there. They know they're not going to the playoffs. They're literally just punching the clock until they can get out of here and get back to their families. They only have 2 games that I would even give them an opportunity to win, and that's against the Suns and the Nets, 2 teams that are better than them in general. So they would have to win both of those games, pull not just 1 more upset, but 2 more upsets to get to 4 to give you a chance to lose this bet. Like I said, there's no chance that the Wizards are winning 4 games out of the 8 that they have to play. I wouldn't be surprised if they went 0-8 or possibly 1-7. They're giving you money with this wager. Don't be scared of the juice.
Tell you what, I was looking at them too, and if they lose those first couple of games and they're sluggish and they're out of those games, by the start of the 4th quarter, there's a chance they could just pack it in and that's it. And you're looking at basically a junior varsity team, as you mentioned, out there for the Wizards with what they're going to throw out over the final 4 or 5 games if they start out badly. So definitely like that one. And listen, people talk to me a lot and they'll say, well, how can you lay $1.90? How can you lay $1.70 or 210 on a money line bet in basketball or baseball? And I'm like, listen, man, if a line should be minus 250 and it's minus $2, you got value on that team that's favored. So go lay it. I mean, I totally wholeheartedly believe in that, and I think that's the situation with your particular play.
This number should be 1.5 or 2. Sorry to interrupt you there, but
Right.
the fact that this is 3, the juice on this should be minus 500, and it's only minus 120. Like a more appropriate number for the Wizards would have been 2. Okay, then I probably would have just passed on it. But the fact that it's 3, you have almost no chance of losing this wager.
Absolutely. Dallas Mavericks out west, their over-under is 5 flat, just 5. The price on this to go over is plus $1.10. And I spoke about offensive efficiency in one of our NBA videos we've already cut that the folks can go watch. And when you think about efficacy on the offensive end, you think that the best in the league are going to be the Lakers or the Clippers or the Bucks or maybe the Rockets even. But the number 1 offensive efficiency in the NBA before the shutdown, the Dallas Mavericks. You have a coach with a ton of winning experience, and Carlisle knows how to get to the NBA Finals, arguably the best young player in the league in Doncic. And they've got the big 7'3" Kristaps Porzingis, who really stepped it up this year. I look at the schedule that they're playing, and Robert, I see 6-2 at worst. And if you get them at 5, they've got to lose half of their games. They've got to go 4-4 to beat that bet. They've got Phoenix twice. They've got Sacramento. They've got Portland. And they do play Milwaukee, but guess what? They catch Milwaukee after the Bucks probably clinch that division, or clinch the East, I should say. So I like Dallas over 5. I really thought they should have been about minus $1.35. They're plus $1.10. And again, they have to go 4-4 or worse to beat you on that bet. They win 5 games. At the very worst, you push.
Love it. Absolutely love it. I think it's a great bet. I've seen 4.5 at some books. Higher juice in that -150, -160 game range, but I still like it. Dallas is a team I'm bullish on in the restart. I love their team. I love their makeup. I love the high-end talent that they have in Porzingis and Doncic. I'll put those two up against any of the big twos on any of the other teams. And the other thing I like about Dallas, they're a boomer bust team, but they have a very specific identity. They shoot a ton of three-pointers, okay? And that's a type of style that if they get hot, they can run the table out west. And they're different from Houston shooting a lot of threes because Houston's tiny, okay? Dallas is huge. Dallas has front court power and a lot of guys that shoot three-pointers. I think Dallas is absolutely probably my #1 team to watch in the restart.
There you go. Dallas Mavericks out west, and Robert says to play under with the Washington Wizards. Don't forget about all our NBA videos as we get ready for the start of the bubble season, which begins Thursday, July 30th. We'll have plays each and every day, all the guys over at DocSports.com. And what makes it even better, you can get that free $60 account if you're not yet a member. Just click on the link below the video, get yourself set up for that. For Robert Ferringo, I'm Scott Spreitzer. We are DocSports.com.